Everybody that bragged about going to Diddy parties, and if you want to be rich and if you want to be famous, you got to make it to a Rock Nation brunch or a Diddy party.
Orlando Brown said Diddy's not going to jail. He said,
I can understand why he would say that.
Yeah.
Away from the music, and that clearly seems to have been borne out by these charges against Diddy, which if he's found guilty of all.
For years, Jaguar Wright has been exposing the dark secrets of the entertainment industry, but few took her seriously. Now, with Diddy's trial looming, her claims are starting to look less like conspiracies and more like undeniable truths. Even more shocking is her latest revelation, a list of celebrities who vanished before the trial even began. This isn't just about a few people creating distance, it's a pattern of A-list figures disappearing, cutting ties, and ensuring they aren't caught in the fallout. Among those now being called out are some of the biggest names in Hollywood and the music industry, including Jay-Z, Will Smith, and Beyoncé.
Were you around them?
Sure.
I would like to start for what everybody knows is Jay-Z.
What about him?
Were you around him, and what capacity were you around him? Was it strictly? Was it only
NDAs
unplugged?
in my life.
Okay.
Both of them were with Mr. Carter. Ask me what you want to know and I'll answer what I can.
Let's just start with the base level. Business, personal.
Both.
Both.
And spiritual.
And spiritual. Okay.
Are they running because they know too much, or were they more involved than they ever wanted the world to discover? Jaguar Wright has spent years in the industry, witnessing its darkest secrets firsthand, and now she's confirming what many have long suspected. She claims to have seen what happens behind the scenes, and this time, she's not holding back. For years, the industry dismissed her as crazy, trying to silence her. But now, as lawsuits mount against Diddy and other powerful figures, her words no longer sound like baseless accusations, they sound like confessions. And the names she's exposing? They're some of the biggest in the game.
Everybody that bragged about being his friend. Everybody that bragged about going to Diddy parties, and if you want to be rich and if you want to be famous, you got to make it to a Rock Nation brunch or a Diddy party. Newsflash. Jay-Z's still on a milk carton. Not even the devil's friends are loyal. We got to get real. It's time to get real. And in the conversations that we've been planning to have and share with the world, especially this next conversation, all I ask is that everybody that's watching, stop thinking this shit is entertainment.
Jaguar Wright's most shocking claim suggests that Diddy has been selling incriminating tapes on the dark web to avoid trial. If true, this isn't just about his downfall, it's about shielding an entire system of corruption. If he holds leverage over other powerful figures, it could explain why so many celebrities are suddenly disappearing from the public eye. The real question is, who is on those tapes, and how far will they go to keep them hidden?
He sell on the dark net his tapes of just terrible. Wanna know why? Because he doesn't intend to stand trial.
Is he protecting people, or are people protecting him?
Oh no, he's selling it because he needs the cash. The last freak off tape that just got sold on the dark net, which I know because I monitor, went for $500 million. It had multiple stars in it. Nicki Minaj, Rihanna, Chris Brown.
Orlando Brown said Diddy's not going to jail. He said,
I can understand why he would say that.
Yeah. Can you break that down a little bit more? Why you think he said that?
Well, considering that the is selling his own god evidence that would put him in jail against him on the dark net to the highest bidder. Why would he sell evidence of his debauchery and savagery?
How come you think it doesn't get leaked to the public?
The dark net?
Yeah, like
Because of the dark coin. Most people don't even know that the dark coin exists. But that's how they're trading for all of the flesh they sell. Which is why I became so outraged last year when the twins turned 16 and he had them dressed like prostitutes and then he auctioned them off as
For years, Diddy built his image as a business mogul, mentor, and cultural icon, but insiders are now exposing a far darker reality, one of a man who ruled his empire like a mafia boss. If these allegations are true, he wasn't just part of the game, he was controlling it. Now, as the truth unravels, those who once stood by his side have suddenly disappeared.
And that clearly seems to have been borne out by these charges against Diddy, which if he's found guilty of all this, he's never coming out of prison. How dangerous do you think?
Thank God.
How dangerous do you think he is as a person?
I think he's one of the most dangerous people I've ever met. A lot of people have been questioning, well, she doesn't really know him. She has no knowledge of him. She doesn't have a picture with him. I'm smarter than Claudia Jordan. I would never take a picture with the devil. Everyone knew he was the devil. He's been the devil for 30 years. He's been covered and protected by not only Clive Davis, but Lucian Grange. He was selected to be the demon that he is, to keep the culture in line so the industry could continue to rape it. See, this is the thing. Everything that I'm about to say to you is not my firsthand knowledge. It is my firsthand witness account experience. I was a sex worker. I was a dominatrix before I got my record deal. That's how I know how the dark world, the sex world, and the entertainment world run hand in hand. That's why the movie Blink Twice is so important. Salute to Zoe Kravitz. The sex workers that I have worked with throughout the years and continue to work with even to this day have worn hidden cameras.
Harvey Weinstein, all the attention that he got, and then now Diddy. So yeah, I mean, this is ultimately the world that we live in. But he'll have his day in court, and his lawyer said that he's not going to take a plea deal, because I think a plea deal at this point is probably going to be very heavy-handed, probably 20 years plus. So it makes sense for him to go to court. But we'll ultimately see what happens. Because we haven't really seen, apart from some of the funny stuff of, oh, there's 1 million bottles of lube that they found there. I'm sorry, 1,000 bottles of lube and so forth. We have yet to really see what the evidence is. And I think once we see the actual evidence, then people will actually formulate an opinion on what's happening right now.
Do you think there's a lot of people in the rap world in particular who are pretty fearful right now of where this may all lead? Is it a bit like the Epstein scandal, do you think?
Jay-Z, once a close friend and collaborator of Diddy, has gone completely silent in the wake of the trial, and he's not the only one. Will Smith has also distanced himself, raising serious questions about what they might know. Are these strategic moves to safeguard their careers, or do they possess secrets that could ruin them if they get caught in the storm?
Question is, what the f*** he gonna come back to?
Right.
The goalpost has changed. Young Thug is on the street. Little Durk is being set up, and Jay-Z don't know Diddy. Nigga, stay home. Stay home.
Hey. Give me your takes on the Young Thug trial. Like, longest trial in Atlanta history, Georgia history.
Longest trial in Atlanta history, and ain't shit happened.
It's just,
This nigga gonna be on probation forever, like every other nigga.
yeah.
Okay.
Should he have just saw it through like a couple more weeks? He would have just had an answer.
You must love the smell of my ass, ho.
Damn.
The Diddy, isn't that what you called me, you little faggot?
Damn.
Mr. I'm so worried about my algorithm, but I'm always begging to go behind Jaguar Wright. You Nutri-Rat bitch. Go on over there, have yourself a lovely interview.
He has a comedy show even right now. You ever want to?
It's called His Life.
Yeah, you ever want to just?
That's his comedy show. His life.
Oh.